So good morning, it's day 7 of my trek across East Sussex. So I'm here on the edge of Newhaven, and today we're heading across towards Bishopstone and into Seaford, to Splash Point, and then across towards Exceat. A bit of a zigzag journey today, but yeah, follow us and we'll show you yet more rescues of what our amazing charity does. It might look a bit odd. People might start questioning it that way. So we're now at the entrance to Newhaven Harbour, so in the background is the entrance to the river there, and it was in June 2002 that we had an Atlantic white-sided dolphin that stranded on West Beach here, and I was one of the first people on the sign and had to coordinate the rescue with British Divers Marine Life Rescue, only a matter of weeks after I'd done their course. Now I'm going to quickly introduce you to Jan, who's standing behind me here. Jan's one of our Monday rescuers, and she's accompanying me today, so you'll see her in the background of some of the shots today. So we're here at Bishopstone, and the housing estate here, the residents here have been really big supporters of WRAS, and we've had numerous fundraising activities and events that have gone on here, and we've had all sorts of hedgehog rescues, mum and duckling rescues, and all sorts. So yeah, good on the residents here for fundraising for WRAS. In 2016, in April, we had a fox that had been hit by a train on the railway line up here. We were called to Bishopstone Station and called out Network's Rail Emergency Response Team, who came out and assisted us in getting the fox rescued and brought into our care. Unfortunately, the fox didn't survive. It had been electrocuted, and that's unfortunately one of the sad outcomes of some of the rescue work that we do. But still a success because we've stopped that animal from suffering. So if you can hear me over the wind and the noise of the machines here, we've had numerous oiled birds to deal with along the Sussex coastline over the years. It's one of the very first rescues I ever attended, was guillemots and razorbills washing up on Seaford Beach. And even now, this far on, we're still getting them coming in. And we had more only recently at Splash Point. So we're now in Upper Belgrave Road here in Seaford, and it was one of the houses here that we had to have the fire service out to because of a gull that was trapped in line behind the chimney. And this is quite a common problem for us, where people put wire mesh, fishing line and all sorts of other things to stop them from nesting, but quite often it causes them just to become entangled. So we're now at Blatchington Pond in Seaford here. Lovely pond this. We've done quite a few rescues here over the years, but one rescue that really stands out was a mum and ducklings that we had to walk for almost a mile through the housing estate to the roundabout at the top of Firle Road, down the hill here, and then across towards Blatchington Pond. Took us quite a while to do so, and many people have asked, why don't you just catch them and move them? But the problem is we didn't know which pond they were wanting to go to, as there were 3 possibilities. So we had to let mum walk and with her ducklings and just escort her and keep her safe. And thank you to all the motorists in Seaford who were really patient and with us whilst we were walking them. So in August 2013 we got called out to Seaford Museum in the Martello Tower here for a fox that had managed to get inside, and right inside the museum and behind one of an old organ. It took us ages using a dog grasper to get the hold and control of the fox and eventually bring it out and in for care. A few years later we also had a fox that fell down into the dry moat area here, which also needed rescuing, and that was a really difficult rescue, running around trying to corner it, and eventually behind the sheds we managed to catch it and get it out later in the day for release. So I'm now at Splash Point at Seaford, lovely area this way, and we've got the kittiwakes nesting behind me here as well. But we've had numerous rescues here, from a seal that we had here that was trying to molt. We've had a gannet just up on the cliff here. We've had all sorts of oiled birds as well. Numerous rescues that have occurred over the years from this location. So I'm now at Seaford Head Golf Course, just on the edge of Seaford, and it was here that we've had two gannet rescues. One was a juvenile and one was more of an adult. The most recent one, which was in 2021, May 2021, had twine wrapped around his legs and couldn't run properly in order to take off. But we've had all sorts of rescues from here in Seaford, including a hedgehog that was in a concrete drain that we had the fire service out to help us with. But we've had met some marvellous people in Seaford who support us, and of course Seaford is the home of where Meta Mann used to live, who used to run the Seaford Bird Hospital, and she's the lady that I blame every time I get stressed. So bless Meta, she was a lovely lady and I learnt so much from her. Christy was here.
I know, yeah.
So we're now down at the Cuckmere Valley, and in the distance behind us there is the Cuckmere Beach. And in 2019 we organised a big beach clean here because of all the plastics that we were finding on the beach, and even to this day you find a lot of rubbish and debris and plastics polluting our oceans, washing up into these estuaries. And if you ever get an opportunity to join a beach clean and help remove some of this plastic from the environment, then please do, because part of our work we often get animals that are entangled in plastic, be it plastic beer can rings. We've had a swan caught in a plastic carrier bag, all sorts of things, and they also end up in their stomachs as well. So yeah, please be conscious of litter when you're out and about, and if you see any, try to pick it up and dispose of it correctly. Well, there we go, that's the end of day 7. So we've walked from Newhaven across to Bishopstone, Seaford, and finally here to Exceat. And we're finishing here. We've had a few rescues in this area before where we've had to catch swans and geese on the meandering here, and also Buzz Active, a good mention to them for doing our water safety courses as well. So that's it for me for today. Please support us, please donate, please sponsor us the best we can. It is our anniversary year and we can't do this without your support and your donations. So thank you very much indeed, and see you next time.